Number 5. Mankind vs The Undertaker with Paul Bearer in the shark cage. There was once a time where Paul Bearer had turned on The Undertaker and tried to destroy him with the help of Mankind. When it came to the 1996 Survivor Series, Paul Bearer would be raised high above the ring in the shark cage to prevent any interference, whilst Mankind and The Undertaker waged war below. As Paul Bearer was forced to watch on from above, he would bear witness as the pair would brawl in and out of the ring for 20 minutes. In the end, the dead man would go on to defeat Mankind with a tombstone piledriver for the win, whilst Paul Bearer could do nothing but watch on helplessly as he was lowered to the ground. However, just before The Undertaker could get his hands on Bearer and extract his revenge, the Executioner would run out to make the save, allowing Bearer to slip out of the ring and run away, whilst The Undertaker laid waste to the Executioner. Number 4. Big Show vs Mankind with Triple H in the shark cage. During the WWE's Attitude Era on an episode of SmackDown in 1999, The Big Show and Mankind faced off for the WWE Championship, and to ensure that there was no interference from Triple H, he was marched down to the ring by security and forced into the shark cage. As the game would be raised high above the ring, Mankind and Big Show would use anything they could against each other, from steel chairs to steel steps to gain the advantage. Although, as the match went on, all hell would begin to break loose, as the cage holding Triple H would suddenly begin to lower. As interference broke out around ringside, Stephanie McMahon would sneak in to help the game escape the cage, and Triple H would then go on to assault the referee and Mankind with a steel chain, as DX took out the Big Show, resulting in the match being ruled as a no contest. Number 3. Steve Austin vs Ricky Steamboat with Paul Heyman in the shark cage. Long before Paul Heyman became the wise man of the Tribal Chief, in WCW he was Paul E. Dangerously, and would be the manager for the then WCW United States Champion Stunning Steve Austin. As the 20th WCW Clash of the Champions event rolled around, Heyman would get to witness a classic between Steve Austin and Ricky Steamboat from a shark cage point of view. Although he was furious to be placed inside of the cage, being unable to interfere, Steve Austin and Ricky Steamboat would wage war in a great technical encounter. The finish would eventually see Ricky Steamboat crawl under the ring and appear on the other side of the ring, whilst an oblivious Steve Austin was looking for him on the wrong side. Although as he turned around, Austin would walk right into Steamboat's flying crossbody to pick up the win, and become the new United States Champion with Paul Heyman unable to do anything. This was a creative finish, and the match had some great psychology, and it's a testament to Steamboat that he helped make Austin look like a star even in defeat. Number 2. Sting vs Ric Flair with JJ Dillon in the shark cage. At the original NWA Clash of the Champions pay-per-view in 1988, Sting had challenged Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and Flair's notorious manager, JJ Dillon, would be suspended high above the ring in a shark cage to ensure that the match would be a fair contest. With JJ unable to interfere for the entire match, the pair would go on to wrestle a classic 45-minute draw, which left the outcome of the match in the hands of the ringside judges. The match would unfortunately be ruled a draw, and whilst many may think that the result was ridiculous, the match would help catapult Sting into instant stardom. Number 1. Owen Hart vs Triple H with Chyna in the shark cage. This match wins the number 1 spot on this list for the best use of the shark cage altogether. After Bret Hart would leave the WWE for WCW in 1997, Owen Hart would go on to feud with Triple H and the rest of DX. As the 1998 Unforgiven pay-per-view rolled around, Triple H and Owen Hart faced off for the European title. Chyna would often accompany Triple H to the ring and take the role of a bodyguard. For this reason, she would be placed high above the ring inside the shark cage, spending most of the match trying to actually escape the cage. As Owen Hart went on to lock Triple H into the sharpshooter, the ninth wonder of the world Chyna would show her brute strength and would begin to bend the bars of the cage apart. As Road Dogg would help lower the cage with her dangling out, as Chyna made her escape, she would go on to distract Owen to help break up the sharpshooter, and Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter would run down to the ringside area with a group of referees to try and get rid of Chyna, which would allow X-Pac to sneak into the ring and attack Owen Hart with a fire extinguisher, giving Triple H the win and leaving with the European title and a shark cage left in ruins. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling content.